All right. We are live.
What is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome to another episode of the Sweat the Bet podcast brought to you by oddsjam.com. And for those of you who are not utilizing OddsJam, again, oddsjam.com is basically sports bettor's best friend, really. That's the easiest way I can put it. And for those of you guys who are regular listeners, you know what I'm talking about. We provide you with so many different easy to use tools that are just essential. Easy line shopping, sports betting trackers, where you could basically just log all your sports bets, get them automatically graded, keep easy track of how you're doing. Don't have to manually create some Excel spreadsheet. We have positive EV betting alerts. We have calculators to help you hedge and do arbitrage. So we got everything, guys. So if you have not used it already, please go check out oddsjam.com. I am your host, Andrew Kim, aka the Parlay Doc. I'm here with Matt Modi, my co-host. We're going to wait a couple minutes, guys, to get started here. Let some more people trickle in because we want to make today very interactive, guys. Because today, we're going to focus a lot on just the bets themselves. So we're giving you guys what you want. You guys wanted more time spent talking about the sports bets. So we'll go through some of our favorite props, some of our bets for today, going into the weekend, and we'll spend a little bit more time kind of talking about the rationale of, the reasons behind it, whether it's for trend's sake, for value's sake, and we want to hear what you guys got going. So we'll try to make today pretty interactive. So we'll give a few more minutes to let people trickle in, but we got some exciting news as well. Before we even dive into the bets today, OddsJam has a new app, guys. So for those of you who are Apple users or iOS users, there is a new app that was just recently released by OddsJam, a player props app. Okay, and we're going to go over that today in just a few minutes. What is up, Danny? Thanks for joining. And we are going to highlight and talk about the OddsJam player props data app. And the best part is, guys, the price is right. Ladies and gentlemen, the price is right. The price is a grand total of $3.99. Isn't that right, Matt?
Yeah, $3.99. At first, I was like, no, it's not $3.99, but I was like, yeah, no, we figured for the show today. I think you mentioned it. I was typing something, so I wasn't listening to everything, but not really much going on in the sports world. Kevin Durant hasn't been traded yet. I guess the DeAndre Ayton news dropped. Like, I don't know if you saw that, like hours before we started recording, that he just signed an offer sheet with the Pacers. So that kind of just puts the clock on the Suns doing something with him. They have 48 hours. But yeah, so there's not much going on in the sports world. We figured we would just make today a very betting specific show. So for the here and now, for the games starting in like an hour. But yeah, exciting stuff. We got the Discord, we got the app that you mentioned. Exciting stuff going on.
Sounds good. So why don't we kick it off? So basically, guys, thanks for joining in. So like I said, we're going to dive into betting very quickly. So if you guys have questions about some bets or you guys have ideas of what you're thinking about betting for tonight, get them ready because we're going to jump into that very quickly. So today, look, we want to highlight a couple things about OddsJam, our generous sponsors here. So first off, guys, if for those of you who follow me and Matt on Twitter, on our Twitter handles, you saw us posting about this a lot this past week. We are super excited about the fact that OddsJam has just released a new app on the iOS App Store. So please go check it out as we're talking right now. Go to your app store. It literally takes 30 seconds for you to download, if even. Just go type in OddsJam player props, and you're going to see it pop up. And it's basically called the OddsJam player props data app. And basically what this is basically it's going to show you in very easy to navigate fashion player prop data for all your major sports leagues. So right now, obviously, MLB is kind of the action going around. So if you go log into that, you're going to see all the various MLB props from hits, strikeouts, hits allowed, home runs, singles, doubles, total bases, all that stuff. You're going to be able to easily toggle and see, hit rates for the entire season. You can toggle between last 10 games, last 5 games. You can see the different splits between home and away in the wins versus losses and see all that stuff in very easy to visualize, aesthetically pleasing data, little charts and graphs. Quickly, you can see that what the implied odds are versus the actual odds are. So basically, guys, OddsJam is giving you this awesome piece of software, this app, for free. And there are some app companies out there right now that are charging you $15 a month, $25 a month. We're giving it to you for free. Okay. So you have nothing to lose. This is a no-brainer. What is the harm in having easy aggregated data about player props in all the major sports leagues at your fingertips? So you don't have to go Google and hop onto ESPN, then you go to some fantasy website and then this website and that. Just go onto the player prop app. So go download it now. It is free. It is free, guys. That's all I can say. So, Matt, anything else about the app you want to highlight for folks here?
No, not at all. I mean, you said it well. It's the only thing I'll say is if you have trouble finding it, I put the link in the description of the video. So if you want to go download it, it's literally the link to this video. And yeah, it's really cool. And the only thing I'll add is that this is just version 1. It's a brand new app, so we just wanted to get it released, and it's kind of bare bones. So I think like the engineers are like working daily to upgrade some stuff to it, add a little bit more stats, make it a little bit more user friendly, and just make it better. So the goal is to have it perfected pretty much by football season. So any feedback that anybody has about the app, just let me know, let us know, and we'll let the engineers know. Cause yeah, it's supposed to be perfected. We want it to be perfect by football season, so it can be used to its best ability when, the degenerates come out in full force during football season. So
yeah, give us feedback, guys. So go out there, download it, test it out. It is free. I'm telling you, man, I use different apps, I have subscriptions to a lot of different things, guys. Okay. Like I subscribe and pay for things like DVOA data. I'm not going to name other competitors, but like I have apps similar to this, and now this is free, right? So I don't even have to pay for it at this point. So go check it out. Give us some feedback. This is iteration 1.0. So let us know how to improve it, what you want to see improved. Free player prop trends, data, stats, all aggregated in one place. Go check it out. Now, the second thing is, looks like OddsJam has also created a new Discord, guys. So I know Discord is very popular, especially in this gambling space. There's all these different Discords out there right now by different cappers and other kind of, sports media personalities on the social media space. But OddsJam has kind of dived into that space. We now have a new Discord. So Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the Discord is about?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's exactly what you described. It's like it's a sports betting Discord that has a bunch of different topics, free plays. We do have some premium packages for like the more expert picks with like a little more analysis, a little bit more high leverage, more money bet on them and stuff. But there's a ton of free offerings. You can you can get notified whenever I post a pick, whenever Alex posts a pick, whenever some of the other people we have on the Discord post a pick. But in general, it's just like a kind of fun sports betting community. Like we have a sports betting talk, sports betting education. We have a bad beats section, which I just had the worst beat of my life yesterday, which I was gladly venting in the bad beats section. Like a trophy case for our biggest wins. But I think the biggest thing is just, it's supposed to be fun, collaborative, open, and honest. So we have everything being tracked in a spreadsheet. So we'll track our biggest wins, we'll track our biggest losses. And yeah, I mean, it's just supposed to be fun. So join, the link is in the description as well. And you'll just get access to a nice community where everybody's posting plays, everybody's talking sports. What's the hate?
So see, that's the point here, guys, is we're everywhere. So we're on Discord now. We have an app on the App Store. We have our premium tools on our website. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere, guys. Okay, so there's no way you can miss us. So please join us, support us, join us in some form or fashion on some medium. So let's shoot the shit together, guys. So check it out. Again, the free player prop app on the iOS App Store. Go check it out right now. I saw more people join this live stream. The free player prop data app on the iOS stream. Go download it right now, free. Okay. And then secondly, the new Discord from OddsJam. Check it out, guys. So look, it's not our traditional show because we're going to focus just on bets today. So for you degenerates who are tuning in, it's your lucky day. We're going to dive right into the bets, guys. Okay. So look, to sum it up, we had some okay predictions last episode, I think, Matt, right? We did, I think we had, if I'm remembering correctly, I think one of mine did decently. I think I said
you had the over.
hit the
right?
over, right?
Yeah.
And what was it? It was a Yankees Red Sox matchup,
Yankees
I
Red
believe.
Sox. Your
Yep. Yep.
Winchowski or whatever, your least favorite pitcher, I think is what it
Yeah,
was,
he
right?
trash talked Wrigley Field saying it ain't shit and that Fenway's the bomb. And I said, screw that. And then for other reasons, it was a bad matchup. I was being a little facetious, obviously, but I really thought the Yankees would light him up. And eventually he actually pitched well. I will
You
say
give
he
him that.
started off decent and I got a little nervous, but then afterwards the Yankees did light him up. So that we hit that over, and then we got a couple of your WNBA bets that were pretty
They
solid.
both
right?
hit. They both hit.
They both hit. I think I whiffed on the degenerate parlay that we tried to piece together on the live stream itself, but
That's
we got,
right.
I think, 3 of our straight bets hit. We got your WNBA first half spread. We got the WNBA over on that game that I think it flew way over, if I'm remembering correctly.
It was like 200, I think. I'm pretty sure it was like
soared over. You caught it and you told us to bet it at what, 170? It was like 178 something or something, 180 something.
I think it was
way over.
I don't remember its specifics, but I'm pretty sure it got to like the low 170s, and then the total itself ended at like in the 200s. It was like insane. It was insane.
So we got 2 WNBA bets. We got the MLB total over. So we had a decent week, guys. Not always like that, we know. And you for those of you who follow us, it's not always like that. But we had a decent week. So, all right, guys. So let's just dive into it. So we'll go over a few of ours, and then we'll try to mix in, some of your comments. So, first of all, I'll start off with a UFC one, guys. Okay. So, I'm a UFC fan. I love following UFC. So one of these going into the weekends, I'm telling you right now, okay, I know this money line, this is a great parlay piece. If you're into parlays and, parlays aren't always mathematically the smartest thing to do, but if you're doing a small one, like a 2-leggers, my opinion on 2-leggers, sometimes 3, I think it's still reasonable. So if you're not a total degen and you're still being relatively smart, I think if you want to include this as a parlay piece in a short parlay, co-main event. I don't know how this is a co-main event, guys. Amanda Lemos versus Michelle Waterson. I'm telling you right now, Amanda Lemos is not going to lose this minus some fluke. Okay. She's probably not going to lose this minus a fluke. All right. Her money line is too juiced. It's like minus, I think it opened up somewhere minus upper 200s, like minus 285, something like that. Right now, it's hovering in the low 300s, guys. So you can't really get much with that. But I think that's a very, very, very safe parlay piece if you want to toss that into the mix. Rather than that, though, minus that, I'm going to go with a prop, method of victory prop. Right now, I already locked it in. I am going to take Amanda Lemos by decision at minus 105. Okay, you can get that minus 105 on FanDuel. You can get that on DraftKings. I just checked right beforehand, before we started streaming here. I am going to take Lemos, and it's still around those odds. I think it's very reasonable there. Okay, because look, it's she has a reach advantage. She's got a reach advantage of about a couple inches. She's stronger. I'm telling you, don't even look at the weight, guys. You're going to say, well, Waterson weighs a little bit. I don't care, man. She is stronger than Michelle Waterson. All right. She's stronger. She has a 2-inch reach advantage. She is a better and more accurate striker. More accuracy, more power, way more stronger than Waterson. I'm sorry. Like I like women's MMA, in UFC as well. So I'm a huge fan. I follow a lot of the female fighters, and I find some of the premier fighters just as exciting as the men. So don't take this comment in some kind of sexist fashion. I'm just saying Michelle Waterson's sidekick is bullshit. Okay. She does this little sidekick and she does that little yelp sound and she does a push kick. All she does is create distance and she's literally just pushing the other person away. That does not do any damage. Lemos has nothing to be scared about. She's going to close the distance and she's going to hammer her with some punches. If she pushes her against the cage, Waterson's not going to be able to get out. These analysts out there are saying Waterson is going to take her down. She is not strong enough to hold Lemos down, in my opinion, guys. Okay, so my only concern is I could see potentially Lemos beating the shit out of her. Okay, but in this weight class, it's tough to get finishes sometimes. So I do think it's going to go the distance. I just don't see any way possible, minus Lemos getting a fluke injury and then somehow Waterson peppering her with this bullshit sidekick and the judges being on crack, which sometimes they are, giving Waterson a bunch of points. Lemos is going to win this, guys. Okay. I think it's a matter of, does she finish her with a TKO at some point and the ref stops it because she's just demolishing her? or is she going to go to a decision? I'm just going to go with statistics and say it's more likely it's going to go the distance. So I am going to go with Amanda Lemos decision -105. That's my main UFC play. I just don't see her losing. If she loses, she should retire. If she loses to Michelle Waterson, she should. Right now, Waterson is at the tail end of her career. She's more focused on making Netflix cameos, making these little cameos in movies. She's trying to become some like superstar film star. She's not focused on this. She's not going to beat Lemos, guys. I'm just telling you right now.
What Netflix was she in?
She's going to be in some tiny cameo role in some Tom Hardy movie that she's more focused on that than her training camp. I'm making assumptions here. I'm sitting on a couch making judgments, but I'm just telling you right now, Lemos is going to win. She's going to win. She's not going to lose to Michelle Waterson. I'm sorry. So anyone else who's here on the stream, who's a UFC fan, you tell me otherwise, and you make me a case of how Michelle Waterson's going to win. You tell me, but I don't see it happening.
No, I was legitimately just curious what movie she was in, because it reminds me of when Ronda Rousey back in like 2015 was in the what was that, the HBO show, and they made an Entourage. She was in Entourage.
Yeah.
You remember that?
She was in that. What else was she? The Expendables? Didn't she have like a cameo in that, or like a small like Sylvester Stallone? And yeah.
I think you're right. And then I remember she just got like, she heard his career. I don't remember, but she just got like smacked after that, right?
Yeah. But the difference is she was actually good, and Waterson, in my opinion, she's been a mainstay staple in UFC. So I'm not trying to look. Fighting's not easy. She probably beat the shit out of me if we got in a fight. But I'm just saying, for where she's at with the current level of competition, she's at the tail end of things. That's all I'm saying. And this is just a bad matchup. And even though the weights actually seem similar, like Lemos is just way stronger than her. So there is a strength differential that's going to play out in this fight. So I'm going to, I don't know if this doesn't play out, and maybe I'll lose the prop of the method of victory, but if Lemos just loses, I don't know. I'm gonna be done making UFC predictions moving forward.
Retire.
I'm gonna retire my UFC picks moving forward. So.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I have some comments on the people that made comments. Number one, Yankees, Reds, over under. I actually really like there's a yes run first inning in that one that I really liked. I got it on MGM. I don't know if it's still available. I would need to check, but I got it at plus 115 odds, and like no other book was pricing that. Let's see if it's still available. Was pricing that over like even money. So I thought that was pretty good value. The yes run first inning. Yeah, I think it's not available at that price anymore. And then the Giants no run first inning, I do like a lot. It's just so heavily juiced. Like the best odds on that are like high -190s or -200, something like that. So it's probably good to add in a same game parlay, but it's just it's too juiced to add for me to add in a straight bet. But those are my two comments on the comments that we received.
Gotcha. Nice. So give us one of your bets. So we'll kind of alter. What do you got for a bet for us tonight, Matt?
Oh, not -170 on DraftKings isn't terrible.
No, that's not bad.
That's about the farthest I would go. Well, my WNBA bet, which I've had, everybody knows who's been following me anywhere. I've just been crushing the WNBA. I got the under. So I actually hit my first bet today. It was kind of funny. Like I didn't realize it started so early, but the game started at 11 a.m. Eastern. So 9 a.m. So I woke up at like 7. I like made a video at like probably like 7:30, 8 a.m. Like, here's my best bet for today. And it was the Las Vegas Aces New York Liberty game. So I was like, oh, it's like, I didn't think it was going to be played so early. And then like 30 minutes later, I got an alert saying that it started. And I was like, what? So, and
not
many people.
Genius marketing strategy by the WNBA.
It's ridiculous. I know. So I wasn't able to get that. I mean, not many people are able to tell that. It did cash, which was nice. But the one I have is the Los Angeles Sparks versus Chicago Sky under 169.5.
Okay.
I got that on WinBet. Last I saw, you could still get a pretty good price on DraftKings. So if you can still get the under. DraftKings. Yeah, if you can get it at 168.5 is probably the lowest I would go. But I think this total should be priced lower. I think it's inflated because the two offenses are pretty good.
Okay.
But the average score for these two teams is like -1, or sorry, it's like 167. And I like have the projections on this one based on like models and stuff have this total closer to like 168. Like right now, the like models have it at 167.5 or 168. So like pretty far below. So yeah, you can get it at 169 on DraftKings. I would recommend taking that. It's still plus EV.
Still plus EV. Yeah, I see it right now. So okay, under 169, minus 110 currently on DraftKings.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying there.
So I only got it a half point higher than you. I got it at 169.5. I put the full 5 units on this one, which is 125 for me. Yeah, but I mean, I think that one it's my favorite bet by far for the WNBA.
That's your favorite
slate.
one. Okay.
I mean, the one to be clear, the one this morning that already cashed, I liked better.
Sure.
But for what's available now, which people can actually bet on, I think you should absolutely, whatever your max is, I think you should put on this Sparks Sky under 169.5.
Okay. Just for the record, I'm locking it in right now. So that's what I'm staring at with my tiny eyes that you could barely see anyway, because I'm Asian. I'm looking down and locking that in at the moment. So I said I'm Asian, so I could say it. So it's allowed.
You're allowed to, yeah.
I'm allowed.
Yeah. So that one was posted in the Discord. It was a free pick, as well as my one this morning. People just didn't have as much time to lock that one in. But
okay. All right, I'm locking that in. Let's roll. Because if I'm not mistaken, right, and this isn't about bet sizes and showing. I'm just saying, for relatively what you typically bet. Last week, I think it was on like one of your free bets, right? You hit a pretty big one on one of the
500. Yeah,
that was sweet, man. That was sweet.
Last week was awesome. I hit a $500 free one WNBA. I hit a $250 free one WNBA. I think it's because it's not that heavily bet. So if you can I personally, I think like OddsJam, the tool, works best with sports like football and basketball, where there's like the totals and spreads are so high.
Sure.
So this bet, like the one that I hit, or the one this morning I hit at 172.5. And then within 3 minutes, it was bet all the way up to 175. So like sports that aren't as heavily bet, you can find just like massive discrepancies between all the different books. Cause like if one book just doesn't receive as much money, that's how you can take advantage. So I think that's why WNBA has been so profitable. It's just because like you follow like sharp models and like sharp books and sharp projections and stuff, and then you just take advantage where like books don't have it mispriced, you know?
Gotcha. Cool, man. All right. So I got a couple for tonight in baseball. Okay. So these are both player props that I'm going to roll with. And then I got a question for the audience too. I want to get your input on one I've been debating and I haven't fired off yet. But first, okay, here is a strikeout prop. And I'm going to preface this by saying, Matt knows me. I hate unders. So much. But this one, just from some stats I read about that I looked into a little bit, I'm going to roll with this under. So, okay, this is in the Rays versus Red Sox game. Drew Rasmussen, under 4.5 strikeouts, guys. Okay, under 4.5 strikeouts. I know it's a little juiced, minus 130. Okay, but relatively speaking, don't get scared away just by the fact that it's minus 130. Sometimes people just see a minus sign and they're like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's just, you got to think about it in context. Okay, he has gone under this. Okay, 9 out of 14 times. We got to remember, he's not a pure starter. Okay, so he's like a bullpen middle relief type of guy. And if you actually look now at his career when he actually starts. So this is the context. He's now being pulled from his typical role. He's going to be a starter now. He's only pitched past the 5th inning as a starter 3 times. 3 out of 24 times when he's been a starter. So think about that. Okay, so he gets pulled pretty regularly, pretty early, because this is just not his natural role. So that's one factor. Now, so if we look at the sample size of when he has started as a starter, not in his relief, typical relief role, he only averages about 0.79 strikeouts per inning. So just think about that then, right? 0.79, and he's likely to get pulled before the 5th inning, right? That's what I'm talking about. So, and then you look at the actual matchup versus the Red Sox, 7th lowest strikeout rate versus right-handers. So again, who knows, right? This is all theoretical, but I like it. All these things kind of line up, not in his natural role. Even when he's been in this role as a starter, he's kind of sucked and gets pulled rather early. You have the Red Sox, who are doing pretty damn good about not striking out versus righties. That's why I'm saying you can't just take the minus 130 at face value. I think there's inherent value built into this when you compare it versus like implied odds. So I'm going to roll with this. I'm going to only do a half unit because I don't want to put a full unit on this, because this is more of just a data type of bet. I like mixing data and gut and my eye test, but I'm gonna go with a half unit. So I'm gonna throw, $60 to win 50. That's for me. That's like a half unit. So, or whatever it is, 65 to win 50. So I'm gonna go with Rasmussen under 4.5 strikeouts, minus 130, throwing a half unit on that.
I like that one. I looked it up on the OddsJam props app. Yeah, he's hit, like, just like you said, he's hit that total. Like, he's gone under that in like 65% of his games, and like 60% of his last 10, and 4 of his last 5. Like, you're right. It's a little bit juiced, but I like it. I am going to take that myself.
Yeah, it's a little juiced, and some of these guys on the Sox, like if you even look at some of the individual, then you're getting really deep here. But like, you look at like Devers, he's been killing it in matchups like this, and I think even in this like matchup, so some of the premier guys at the top of the lineup are actually doing well, and this is a good spot for them. In addition to everything else I said, so I just think it's a good spot play. So we'll see, but that's what I'm taking as one of my next bets.
Yeah, I just locked that in as we speak. I like that one. We'll stick with that same game. One of mine, I actually in the same logic as you, I took the over in that game. Took over 8. So the total is set at 7.5. I sold a point and got it over at 8.5 at plus 130 plus 135. It was a 3-unit play, which is $75 for me. That your logic about like the Red Sox offense is what was part of it, and also the pitcher on the Red Sox side is pretty bad. So like, I think this total is a little bit low because the Rays offense is like, I think bottom 5 in terms of like, almost across the board, but in terms of runs scored and stuff. But the Red Sox pitcher, Cutter Crawford, is pretty bad. And I think the Red Sox can just tag Drew Rasmussen, who's pitching for the Rays. So I put 3 units on it. So not a full mix slam for me. But at the increased odds at plus 138, over 8.5 on, I got that on DraftKings. I'm not sure where it sits now, but I got that one on DraftKings.
Yeah, if you go with the natural line right now, it's somewhere hovering right around almost even odds. You get 100 minus 102 on the 7.5, not the 8.5. So that I like it. So it sounds like our angles are kind of aligning there.
If you can still get it, it's plus EV if you can still get it. I got over 8, not 8.5. I lied. I got over 8.
Over 8, yeah. Right now the regular line is 7.5 at the moment. So.
Okay, yeah. So I sold half a point basically.
Yep.
To get it at plus 138 odds.
Gotcha. Cool. So how about this, guys? So I want to throw this one out. We still have a bunch of people watching right now. So I've been sitting here looking and debating either the over or maybe just looking at the money line for the Houston Astros. Well, not money line. Team total over for the Astros tonight, because my only hesitation is, look, the Astros were a little frustrating the other day. They had an off game, so I just think this is going to be a bounce back spot versus the Angels, and they're probably going to pound them, in my opinion, because you can't have Shohei Ohtani pitching every single game of the season. That's literally, you just can't, right? If Ohtani could pitch every single game, I think the Angels would be in decent shape. The problem is he just can't pitch every game, every night. So I don't know. My only concern about taking the game total is the Angels suck. Minus literally yesterday when they had a breakout game and they finally started hitting and scored some. The rest, they've really been pretty bad offensively. So what do you guys think? For those who are streaming here, have any of you guys looked at the game for the Astros versus Angels? Right now, the total sits at over 7.5, under 7.5. The over is minus 114. I don't know. I'm debating if I should take that, but I'm scared that the Angels will suck and drag that down. And I'm debating, should I just take the Astros team total over? Any thoughts from you, Matt? Any thoughts from the audience? Or just pass?
For what it's worth, this was posted in the Discord. Astros minus 1.5, minus 110 odds. Trout's going to be out, and the Angels Astros, one of their best pitchers is on the mound, Valdez.
Yeah.
So that was posted in the Discord. I didn't tail that one myself, but I like the logic behind it. While people are responding to your question or looking it up, whatever, I have a pretty good one. that I really like a lot. So it's the Royals team total under 2.5. So
Royals team total over under 2.5. Gotcha.
It's a little risky because I mean 3 runs is pretty low, but they're playing in Toronto, which still has the vaccination requirements, and the Royals are in just like absolute disarray because their best players didn't travel to Toronto.
That's right. I read about that. How many didn't go? It was like 12. Was it like a bunch?
It was a lot. It was I forget exactly what it was. Yeah. I can probably look it up. But they're short. Yeah, exactly. Royals missing players. 10 unvaccinated players, including like their best player, Andrew Benintendi, their shortstop. So 10 players didn't make the trip. So under 2.5 team total. So to be fair, Alex posted this before I found it on the Odds Jam Discord, and then I looked into it and I was like, well, that's really juicy. So it's on Caesars. I got it for plus 115.
Okay.
If you can get it pretty much anything for plus money or above, I think it's worth it. I put a full 5 unit on this one as well, which I rarely do for baseball because it's so risky. But
sure,
I broke my rule yesterday for the Yankees and it hit team total over 5.5 because I was like, the Yankees are just going to come out pissed after blowing that lead 2 nights ago. And this one I absolutely love. The Royals under team total under 120 or under 2.5.
Under 2.5. Okay. All right. I'll take a bite. I'm firing off. I'll just go a half unit and I'll play along just to be supportive here. So I like the rationale though, because I mean,
their whole team,
you're gonna have a minor league team playing against you, basically, right?
Exactly. So as long as the Blue Jays don't just blow it.
Okay, let's roll with that. Got it. So, okay. So you know what, Nat, after very little thinking and being impulsive here, I'm sold. I'm gonna, just for all the reasons I was debating and hesitating, I am gonna go with the Astros run line. So I'm gonna roll with that.
There you go.
Even though I missed out a little bit of the value, I'm looking for some action tonight. So I'm looking for action in this dreaded lull between NFL seasons and NBA seasons, where I'm forced to kind of watch baseball. I'm looking for action. So I'm gonna go with the Astros run line. I'll toss a half unit on that. So let's go Astros. I'm gonna roll with that.
There you go. I like it.
Okay, I got one more player prop bet for baseball here for tonight. So on the Cubs, my hometown team, Chicago Cubs. Yes, North Sider here. Sorry, South Side. I know. Everyone hates me. Chicago Cubs. Christopher Morel. Okay, so all I'm betting on here, you can get it same odds, FanDuel or DraftKings. He just needs one hit for Christopher Morel, guys. Okay, that's all we need. One hit. Over half a hit. One hit, just one hit. So he's got a hit in the four out of the last 5 games. Okay, and if that's too small of a sample size, look at all season. In the 50 games he's played, 76% of the time he's got a hit. Okay, so implied minus 316. Obviously, you're not factoring in all the opposition, all that stuff, but just as a reference point, right now you can get it for minus 120 on FanDuel or DK. Just one hit, guys. Just give me one hit.
Just one hit.
One hit, minus 120. Against this matchup, he's actually doing pretty good against righties. I mean, somewhere right around 290, 292, 293, somewhere. I can't remember exactly, but 290 basically against right-handed in the right-handed splits. So good matchup. All season long, 76% getting a hit in a game. And in the last few games, he's on a decent streak, 4 out of 5, minus 120. I'll take it. Just give me a bloopy single. I don't care, Christopher.
Doesn't matter how gross it is.
Doesn't matter. Just give me one damn hit, Christopher. Make me happy tonight. Even though the Cubs suck this season, you can make me still love the Cubs tonight if you just give me one hit. That's all I'm asking for, guys. One hit, Christopher Morel.
I like it. I have 2 more. I'll be quick. My player prop one that I love tonight was Nestor Cortez over 5.5 strikeouts. I put 4 units on this one, plus 100 on BetMGM.
Okay.
This one, so he hits this in like half his games. So the plus 100 is kind of neutral value based on projections, based on like how he recently performs historically. But the reason why I like this one, he's playing against the Reds, who strike out like top 10 strikeout percentage. So I'm kind of betting against the Reds, who have actually been putting up a decent fight against the Yankees this series, which is interesting. Not what I was expecting. So let's see. Wait, there's a comment that I was looking at. But yeah, anyways, Nestor Cortez over 5.5 strikeouts. If you can still get it, I got it at plus 100. I think it's good. But this one,
Gonzalez, huh?
was that Marwin Gonzalez? Is that the guy's name?
Word.
That looks, I mean, based on everything I've seen, that sounds juicy. Like if OddsJam has it at the OddsJam line has it at minus 124, you can get it at plus 100, and he hits it. What's that, like a 70% rate or something? Minus 183.
Let's see, Marco Gonzalez. I'm assuming he's talking about. Yeah, the line set at.
Let's see.
Half.
Yeah, Marco.
Yeah, he's gone under what it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 out of 5 times in the last. Let me see, all season.
Yeah,
long.
I mean he's gone under 6 of 17 games this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can get that at plus money. I think that's pretty good.
Let's see here, matchup wise. Let's see, going against Texas. Yeah, I mean, I'm just off the fly here. I mean, I think this matchup, probably not the best matchup for him from what I'm seeing, trends wise, statistics wise, and it lines up with what you're saying. If we're just betting numbers, right? Value wise, yeah, I think there's some value there. So I like that good call out. So Riley, appreciate you pointing that out. I'm gonna have to take a look at that myself right after this, but I'm kind of half sold already. So I might have to. I'm intrigued. No. Yeah, I'm in Texas. I think this is a spot where they can hammer this guy, honestly. So I don't think it's the best matchup for him. And just looking, like I said, just if we're just betting numbers and just take everything else out of it, the value kind of lines up as well. So I like it. I'm going to take a look right after the show. But Riley, thank you for that. I think that's a sharp eye there, kind of spotting that. So
yeah,
I like it. I like it.
And I just looked it up. Nestor Cortez. You can still get it at plus 100 on MGM for those of you that want to take that one. And then my last one, and this is the ultimate degeneracy, but I was betting on some summer league action.
Oh God, summer league. Okay.
But hear me. So
okay.
I was scrolling through the OddsJam positive. I actually have 2 summer league plays. They're both overs, but regardless, I was scrolling through the OddsJam positive EV play, and I saw like Spurs versus Hawks, and then I was like, what the heck? I was so confused. It was a positive EV play on over 175.5. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. So then I click into the markets and I see that MGM is offering this total at 173.5.
Oh.
So I was like, if OddsJam's making it plus EV over at 175, it's got to be plus EV, obviously 2 full points lower. So Spurs Hawks game, actually that game might have already started. So you probably can't lock that one in. But the same logic applies to Rockets Trailblazers over 170.5. Again, it was plus EV a point higher. This one wasn't as valuable, but it's plus EV a full point higher. So it's a little bit degenerate, but I do think that this is where you can find the most value. That's how I feel about my WNBA stuff. It's degenerate, but that's where you can find the most value.
Yeah, this is a prime example of why NFL and NBA need to restart as soon as possible, guys. Because
exactly.
we're finding positive EV angles on summer league, guys. We're going crazy here. These are like the doldrums of the sports betting season.
Oh, that hurts. The Spurs Hawks, I got over 173.5. The total hit 173.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
are you serious? Wow.
I don't realize that game already started. The timing of all this is so weird. Like game starting at like 4 p.m. Eastern. I don't know, but that hurts.
All right. Any other straight props or bets or lines or anything? Or else, I think, Matt, we do have a few minutes here where we can maybe sitting here with the audience and the viewers. We got a bunch of people still here. Let's do another live build, and let's just build another degenerate SGP plus while we're here. But any other straight bets you got?
No, I'm good. All the ones that I posted, I'm good.
Okay, audience, this is your chance. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I like offense, so let's build an offensive SGP plus, guys. Okay, because I don't want to sit here sweating unders tonight, guys. Minus my under strikeouts, but let's build some offense. Let's build an offensive oriented SGP plus here. Okay, so Matt, you and me, let's kick it off. Let's pick some of our the lock hitters. Let's pick a couple. Doesn't matter what games are from. I'm gonna, just because we researched the game a little, or I looked into the game a little bit and I like the matchup. I'm gonna kick it off, and I'm gonna say, let me see here. Let me log in to FanDuel here. I'm gonna pick Jose Altuve in the Astros game to get a hit. So build off that. Give me a game. Just doesn't even matter. This is a degenerate. We don't even need super intense research. Give me another hitter. Who's gonna get a hit tonight, Matt? Give me a hitter.
A hit? Who's
just
gonna
a
get
hit. Just a hit. That's it. I'm asking for a hit. Doesn't matter.
I would take one of the Red Sox guys, like Xander Bogaerts. The odds probably are terrible on that, but if you would just want to build gets a hit parlay, I would say take someone on the Red Sox.
Okay, give me one. So you want Bogarts? You want Bogarts?
Yeah, I'd say Xander Bogaerts.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna dip into that one too. So we'll double dip into that game. I saw the matchup, and I like Devers' matchup against Rasmus. I'm gonna put Devers, and then we're gonna put Bogarts. That's Matt right there. Okay. All right. Give me another one. Since I got 2 hitters, you got one. Give me one more. Any game,
right.
Doesn't matter.
I'm trying to find bad pitching matchups. Like I would say, actually, that's a pretty good pitching matchup. Yeah, the Yankees one I wouldn't touch. Here you go. How about someone on? I would maybe. I'm looking at someone on the Blue Jays going against the Royals, which are just in complete disarray.
Oh yeah, let's do that. So here, I got one while you're looking. I'm gonna go with Freeman. I think he's got a decent matchup. Yeah, in the Dodgers Cardinals games. I'm gonna add him.
I would say take a Bo Bichetti.
Let's go, Bo. I like Bo. Okay. Give me one more.
I'll give you one more. I can't remember the bad pitching matchups. That's what I'm scrolling through. That's a pretty good one. Oh, here we go. So who'd you take in the Astros? You took Altuve?
I took Altuve. I think that's a good matchup for him tonight. So I'm going to take Altuve.
Yeah, you probably don't want to take another one. All right. Let's see here. Game already started. Oh, here we go. Jose Ramirez for Cleveland.
Jose Ramirez. Okay, let me see here. Okay, let's see what
he's going against the Tigers pitcher that is 0-2 with an 11.5 ERA.
Oh, why don't we pick more from that game then?
Yeah, I know, right?
Who else do we like besides Jose Ramirez? Who else do we like besides Jose Ramirez in that game? Let's see. One more from that game.
Franmil Reyes, the DH. Franmil Reyes.
Okay, let's go.
Although
okay.
I may take. So he's the kind of guy where you might, instead of taking a hit, take like 2+ bases or something, because he's one of those guys. He's like he doesn't hit for average, but he hits for power.
Okay.
So if you want to make it a little juicier, but I'll also riskier.
Let's see what that changes it to. Let's see here. Let's see if we do total bases, and do Franmil Ramirez.
When you're done, send me a screenshot of the parlay you lock in, and I'll post it. I'll post it in the Discord.
All right.
I'm having some weird, FanDuel's having some weird location issues with I don't know what it is, but I got locked out of my account for an hour, so I can't touch FanDuel for the next hour.
All right. So here, I'm gonna leave it up to you, Matt. Here, let's make a decision right here. So okay, we got Devers and Bogarts, on the Red Sox game. Altuve from the Astros, Freeman from the Dodgers, Bo from the Blue Jays, and then Ramirez and Reyes, in that Tigers Cleveland game. If we just do hits only, and we don't do Franmil Reyes for the 2+ bases, if we just do one hit, we'll get it just above 900. But if we do Reyes 2+ total bases, so either multi-hit or a double or whatever, +15. Should we just go for the +15 and say fuck it? Should we just, even with just a hit, we're close to 1,000. It's like +900 something.
I was gonna say, for my juicy DGen parlays, I try to get 1,000 odds minimum.
So it's right at the border. It's right at the border.
I would probably, for me, I'd probably stick with just hits. How mad would you be if he gets a single and that's
and everyone else hits? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, the way I think about it is if you put $10 on it, 10 to win 90, 10 to win 160, you're still happy. But if you lose all of it because he just gets a measly single, then you're pissed.
Okay, all right, guys, I'm reading it off. So we're gonna do hits. So let me read it off for you guys. Okay, so in the Red Sox game, Devers and Bogarts to both get a hit. Okay. In the Tigers Guardians game, Ramirez and Reyes just to get a hit. Blue Jays get Bo to get a hit. Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Astros, Jose Altuve. All just hits. 1 hit each. Okay. Plus 982. Let's go, Matt. I locked it in. I'll send you the screenshot. Let's get this. Degenerate hit parlay, guys.
And so Riley Driscoll posted another one. I've been debating this. Debating this Corbin Burnes under all day because it's been on the Plus EV page all day, and I've been debating it because he's an awesome pitcher.
Yeah, he is.
And it's a really good pitching matchup too with the Giants and the Brewers. Like that's just game just screams under to me. But he's right. He's gone under that total 5 of 8 starts. So it's like the implied odds of like minus 166, and he's like heavily juiced towards the over. So you can get it at like plus 130 under 7.5.
Wow.
And so I get it. The thing that makes me nervous is like in those games he's gone under, 2 of the times he's hit exactly 7. So you're like 1 foul tip if the guy missed it away from being 5 of 8 to 3 of 8. But that's just that's just sports. So I don't know. I don't hate it. I didn't have the stones to take it just because you're fading like one of the best pitchers in the MLB. But I get it. I get it.
Riley, are you still here, Riley? Are you taking it? Yes or no, Riley? If you're still here, are you taking the under on Burnes under 7.5 Ks at that plus money? Yes or no, Riley?
We need to hear it. I think it's
I can't sleep if you don't answer me, Riley. If you're still here, I just need to know now. Are you going to do it?
He's not delayed. Like joined 3 minutes later, so he'll see this in 3 minutes and was like, "Yes, I was there."
Let me know, Riley. If you dip into it, if you're still here and you're watching this, or you follow me on Twitter at Parlay Doc, let me know. If you dive in, Riley, because you already gave us another idea earlier on the Gonzalez one. If you're in, I'm going to be in with you. So let me know if you're going to ride that under on Burnes, okay? Because it is dicey, but it is
plus 130. Another thing I like for Corbin Burnes is if you trying to get someone to say yes. That's hilarious.
Okay.
If you want to touch the Corbin Burnes, but you're too scared with like me to take his, you could take his under hits allowed plus 132 on FanDuel, under 3.5 hits allowed. He's allowed under this. He's gone under this like half the time, but if you go to away, it's different. So I don't know. It's tough.
Let's see. Burnes. Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. If you look at it on the year, like the last like 3 of 6, he's gone under this hit total. But if you look at away, then it's the opposite. 2 of 5, he's gone under. So the odds aren't with you away. So it probably makes sense to take the under.
Yeah. And I mean, from scary. And from like, it looks like from like a matchups. I mean, it's like a average. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's kind of middling. It's not like awesome. It's not terrible matchup. So it's just kind of like, that doesn't even really sway. Doesn't even really move the needle much there. God, but yeah, I see what you're saying, man. The away, the splits. All right, man. Riley, I'm just letting you know. I'm just gonna take it. I'm taking it.
There you
go. I'm going. I'm in. I'm betting it literally right now. I'm betting it right now. I'm going under 7.5. Let's do it, Riley. So you don't have to. I'm just saying I'm gonna do it. You sold me. I'm looking for action tonight, and you sold me. You sold me not twice, but I'm
like
going.
If you're just going off of the Kelly criterion method, it's like a 3.5 unit play. It's like supposed to be $80 play. All right, you know what?
Let's ride. Let's go, Riley. All right, I like it.
I'm gonna take it as well. I was gonna share my screen, but it's not working. All right, I'll ride. I'll Venmo you, Riley, if it doesn't hit.
All right, so we had a bunch of fun, guys. So Matt and I threw out a bunch of straight bets, some MLB stuff, some summer league positive EV, some UFC, degenerate SGP plus. So we had a good mix, guys. We appreciate your input and your feedback. Anything else, Matt? You got anything else for today's just kind of betting show?
No, I'm good. I know. Everybody just check out the Discord, check out the app. Both are completely free to sign up. They're in the link or in the description of the video. So make sure to check it out.
Yep. And just again, guys, for those of you who joined late, OddsJam, player prop app, iOS store, free There's nothing to lose. Check it out. Use it. Give us feedback. We will make it better even from here moving forward. So test it out. Let us know what you like, what you want to see put in there. It's free though, guys. Other companies are charging you for this. We're giving you this player prop app for free. Go download it right now on iOS. We want to see the downloads and active accounts go up after the show. Guys, help us out, okay? Help us stay in the good graces. So do some downloads. Make some more accounts, okay? Because if you like this stuff, you help us out, you make us look good, we'll make sure we listen to your feedback, and we'll just try to give you some more good shit, guys. So go download the player prop app in the iOS store, guys. So stay tuned again next week, same time, same day. Sweat the Bet podcast. I am the Parlay Doc. This is Matt Modi. Thank you guys for joining in.
Thanks, guys. See ya.